Battle of the NFC West went to the LA Rams, winning 21-19. We didn't get there on the Becky. You didn't get there on the Trust Me. That hook got us. However, shout out to that Rams secondary. Unsung heroes. Listen, there's no Patrick Surtain. There's no cool nickname like Sauce. They don't got a Christian Gonzalez, who, by the way, I've been trying to find Defensive Player of the Year odds, but I think he's missed like 4 games, so he might not be eligible. But his advanced metrics, like he hasn't given up a touchdown in 18 weeks.
Jesus.
Going back to last year, too. And he's allowing like 22% completion. It's insane. So I just kept scrolling, like, what the fuck? I can't. You know, so much so I was about to call one of the sports books and be like, hey, man, do you have this available? But then they'd probably hang a bad number because they're like, why the fuck do you want him? Anyway, Rams defense. Durant, Williams, Kitchens, Forbes, who was a castaway, comes over there. They got Young. They got Verse. They beat the Seahawks. Matthew Stafford, quiet game, threw 2 touchdowns. Nothing crazy. But they capitalized on the interceptions by Sam Darnold. Rams offense was not firing on all cylinders. You got to give credit to the Seahawks defense. Seahawks defense was not the reason that they lost this game. Sam Darnold, could we just throw the ball to Jackson Smith and Jigba? Like, why not? He made a crazy one-handed catch up the sideline too. Dude is like almost always open. It's crazy. The Rams are 8-2 or better to start a season for the first time since 2018. And that year, they went to the Super Bowl. I'm loving this team. I've been loving this team since April. So I don't have too much to say. I thought it was a nice statement win to put your foot down. They are going to play again in Seattle. That's going to be a big game as well. I think the deeper conversation needs to be about Sam Darnold.
Big game.
This is now the 3rd time, George, that we've seen him in a big spot where it's like, hey, man. And we said this. They're putting up big numbers, and they're, it's 31-0. It's 28-0 in the first quarter. And you're looking at it, you're like, the Commanders, the Cardinals, backup quarterbacks, like, okay, the Saints. And listen, you beat the shit out of these teams, so I give you that. But then a big dog comes in, and they're like, hey, man, we're not the Commanders, and we're not the Saints, and we're not the fucking Cardinals. And this is now the 3rd time that we've seen him. We actually saw him struggle, get sacked 9 times against the Rams in that playoff game, which I was like, oh, dude, maybe he struggles playing in LA. But if you remember, they played that game in Arizona because of the LA Fires.
Wildfires, yep.
So the Lions game on prime time, then the Rams playoff game, and now this Rams game. 3 big spots where the team is like, hey, man, just don't fuck it up. And he fucks it up.
Yeah.
Is there more to this?
No.
Just big games. He just can't handle it.
It felt very good to see the way that the Rams defense dominated. And all facets, Emmanuel Forbes holding JSN the entire game, finding him. And yes, he had the one-handed catch, which, by the way, if you watch that back, he's a freak athlete. He could have cut to the middle of the field and scored a touchdown. Missed opportunity there, and especially in a game that is fucking neck and neck. You got to be able to make the most of your opportunities. But I mean, I loved it. I knew it was going to be a funeral. I'm very, very disappointed in the way that the Rams' red zone offense looks like. Like, Kyron Williams is great. He can get you down there, but that 13 personnel that they were showing all the graphics for, people are starting to figure it out. People are loading the boxes in creative ways and attacking the gaps that they like to run in. So McVay, for being such an offensive-minded coach, to be honest, if you can't score in the red zone in the first 2 plays, what are we doing? Because it's, I'm going to try to run it down your throat, and then the second play is I'm going to get cute with it. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going back to the running game plan, because we have to be able to score on the 1-yard line with ease. And you got to think about it. In that 4th and goal to start the game, they don't go for that. And they kick the field goal. This is a way different outcome and matchup. So they made the most of their opportunity. I felt like I won it, even though I didn't win it because I had the Rams with the points, and them not scoring at all on that last drive was very upsetting. Jet sweeps to Puka worked great, and then McVay's like, let's just do that shit again. And what was it? Kobe Bryant just fucking came down and almost ended Puka's season. Getting hit in the hip like that with a safety flying straight downhill is nuts. But this Seahawks team should be worried.
Yeah.
And all the fans that were coming after us saying, you guys are going to find out what that defense is about. Yes, they're good. But I think you also have to put it into perspective. Where the Rams were getting the ball, you show all your plays so much earlier in a game that you have for different situations. And then by the end of the game, like, it kind of bites you in the ass because you're not able to get that many explosive plays on the other side of the field. So it was a good game.
No, it definitely was. But you do got to give credit to that Seahawks defense. You know what I mean? Like, this is now yet another time that they should have won a game, but the offense let them down.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the flip side, they won a game in which they had 4 turnovers against the Texans on Monday Night Football that they had no business winning also, right? So it's weird. That's just how football works out. Football works out that way in mysterious ways. I think we do need to spotlight a little bit more Emmanuel Forbes. He matched up with JSN 20 times. It was the most times JSN faced one defender. JSN caught 3 of the 5 targets thrown his way for 30 yards. Season low for him. It's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Emmanuel Forbes is a lockdown corner, but he was yesterday. And this is a guy, if I remember correctly, he didn't get drafted by them. I think he was on the Commanders. Yeah, he was a first-round pick for the Commanders 2 fucking years ago, bro. And then gets released, goes to a better organization. We talk about that all the time. Gets an opportunity. And again, this Rams defense, I'll even say Jared Verse is not a big name yet. He ain't Hutchinson. He ain't Max Crosby because he's second year he's a year and a half into his career. Landman, this guy's making a shitload of plays. He was on a practice squad not too long ago. They got a bunch of no-name guys on defense, but collectively they play so well. And they disguise blitz packages and coverages and they roll coverages. Like, they are very good. And the defense playing like this, plus this offense, which I still trust the offense. I still think you got the best quarterback in the NFC when you step on the field with him. And look, that's a really good defense in Seattle. I'm not worried about it. I fucking love it. My main focus, I need them to get the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go into Philly. It might snow again. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed. Let's avoid that.
Let's avoid that.
Yeah, let's avoid that situation because that's literally the only way the Eagles will be able to advance based on what I've seen so far this year. The one thing I wanted to close on based on the 2 games that we had discussed, they'd been playing the Oz the Mentalist clip from this offseason in which Oz the Mentalist goes to the Rams facility. He gets Matthew Stafford to tell him what the Super Bowl final score is going to be, and he tells him against the team that he thinks it's going to happen against. It was Rams versus Broncos in the Super Bowl. Right now you can get the Rams to beat the Broncos, which is what they predicted, at 40-1. If you want to parlay the Rams and the Broncos to make it based on O's the Mentalist, that's 23-1. Just keep it in mind. Because if O's correctly predicts Rams to defeat the Broncos with a score of 23-14, he's the greatest human being alive in any facet ever to have existed.
I fucking love shit like this. You know who else does? Sports books.
Mm-hmm.
Remember a couple of years ago when like the correct score leaked?
Yeah.
For, like, the Niners and Chiefs, and because the logo of the Super Bowl is the red and like orange,
purple,
and yellow, or what it was.
Yep.
Everyone's like, dude, it's right. It's like, well, these are also the 1 seeds. So like,
they could predict it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fucking the favorite when the playoffs started to be the Super Bowl. It's not rigged. But then again, you see now it's hilarious. Not really hilarious. It's pretty upsetting, but Now, anytime, like Sam Darnold, some of my buddies are like, yo, Sam Darnold, they got to investigate him, bro. It's like, now anytime, if you're an athlete, you can't have a bad game no more. Because people are going to be like, yo,
At Cash
Mafia.
Patel.
Mafia, at Cash Patel, at FBI, at POTUS. Check this shit out. What is happening?
At POTUS.
Every time someone has a bad game now, that's the thing.